Hey, so I'm here with Dr. K, and today we're just talking about dentistry and about the young docs that really, they got into dentistry because they want to have this successful practice. They want to be able to build a practice of their dreams and be really profitable. But today, with everything going on, it has never been so competitive. Just to attract patients and keep patients, to keep an all-star talent even for a team. And largely, we've talked about is the shift just because of the emergence of DSOs a decade ago and how they really have elevated it. So you need to have business best practices. And young docs just don't have that.
Yeah, Shawn, I believe, people went to dental school for a couple of reasons. And I don't believe that most of us who went to dental school that are from my age group, I don't believe most of the people that are in school today went to dental school believing that they wanted to become a dentist and go work for somebody else. I think most dentists went to school thinking I want to be a dentist and I want to be able to be my own boss as well. And you don't get that business training in school. And I hear a lot of dentists, complain that they didn't get business training in school, but you didn't go to dental school to learn business. You went to dental school to learn dentistry. And
And that's
now
all you had time for.
that's all you have time for. You can't, you got to pass the boards. That's what's important. So I don't believe it's the dental school's job to teach business or even introduce it. I mean, their job is to teach you how to do dentistry and pass the boards. That's their job. And then give you the ability to go out and learn real dentistry and the ability to learn out and learn business. And so many people get out of dental school and they're lost. They don't know what to do. They go get a job, and mostly that job is either in a dead end associateship with individual doctors that just aren't trained to build dentists, or in DSOs, and some that are very well adapt to training programs and teaching you how to do dentistry very quickly so you can learn how to do dentistry better for them. But I don't believe any of them have a business program to give you the ability to learn how to be a businessman.
Right. And at the end of the day, the patient is the one that suffers because here you have these dentists that really aren't fulfilled. You think working for someone else is going to be fulfilling, but that's not the dream. That's not the dream. That's not why dentists make all these sacrifices through school just so they can be an employee. There's something different about when you have that ownership. And I think that's even one of the points that you've shared with me is it's so different than even when you get into an associateship with someone. It's like if you're just an employee, you're not really set up to thrive. Where the model that you talk about, Walter, it's they actually become part owners. Isn't that true?
Yeah, and I don't think, maybe there are some men and women that went to dental school that I just want to do the dentistry. I don't want to be bothered with the business part, and that's fine. That's cool. There's plenty of jobs out there for that, and that may be you. I don't believe that's the person that's listening to this right now, because what we're trying to do is help doctors that want to get in their own business make the leap. How do I go from associate to business owner? Because I don't know how to do it, and I've been spending all this time learning how to do dentistry. And you need a mentor. You need a mentor for business. You need a mentor for dentistry. So yeah, what we're trying to grow here is we have several opportunities for young doctors that are at the right time in their career. They're ready to make the jump to their own business, to mentor them, not only the business side, but also mentor them on the dentistry side too, because dentistry is nonstop learning as far as dentistry is concerned. And when you can become the business owner, then you get to do dentistry the way you want to do it. You get to treat patients the way you want to do it in the environment that you want to do it.
Well, Dr. I love what you're saying because, my partner, Dr. House, I remember just having this candid conversation with her and we're talking about dentistry. And like the second it clicked and I realized, oh my gosh, you are not just like have to know what an MD has to know, but you're also like a surgeon and you're a small business owner. Now, as a small business owner myself, I understand, oh my gosh, like I feel like I can never get ahead even just working on automating certain parts in my office. Um, Forget just marketing, there's branding, there's again, not just getting an all-star team, but making sure that they're in unity. And you, when you have a chance to increase you're learning, especially a young doc, they've got to go clinical. They got to keep getting their CEs. They're not learning anything about the business side. So it's like, I just feel like aside from what you're doing and offering them this opportunity to be mentored, man, I don't know what other model right now is sustainable for that young doc that's looking to make the next step to really take their dentistry to the next level and kind of have some ownership. I think this is the only viable model right now.
Yeah, you have to have a balance between understanding the business side and keeping up and learning implants and learning sedation dentistry and learning sleep apnea, learning clear aligners. There's so much to learn in dentistry. It's hard to keep up with that alone. And then how do I make the jump from the associateship? Maybe you're in a good associateship. Maybe you feel like you're in a dead end associateship. Maybe you just feel like you need to do it your way. But how do we make the jump? The average is something crazy right now from dental school debt, 350,000. I don't even think that makes sense. And I had 2 kids in college. It's going to cost them $100,000 just to graduate from college. And then you got to go to dental school for 4 years or 6 years or 8 or 10 if you're going to be an oral surgeon. So with this amount of debt, now how do I jump into business? But on the flip side of that is, how are you going to ever get out of debt if you're not going to take control and be a business owner? So we have this program and opportunity that we're growing called the trial partnership. The trial partnership brings doctors that are ready to make the jump from associateship to business owner, and we partner with them. We partner in the business, we partner in the practice. We do it a couple different ways. We have lots of opportunities. I'm in the Northeast, I'm in New York and Connecticut, but we have opportunities around the country as well, where a mentor doctor will buy a practice with you and coach you and mentor you on the business side, help out on the dentistry side where you want help there as well. And over a 3 to 5 year period, not only are you treated like a partner right away, and you become a partner right away, but 3 to 5 years down the road, you can buy out of that partnership and now it's your practice. You can buy your mentor out of the practice, or you have a great relationship with your mentor. You continue to grow the practice together, bring other partners in, and find other opportunities.
And so right from the get-go, instead of being an employee, they're an owner. And that just changes, I guess, their ability to really just spread their wings and again, step into it. Like, this isn't just something where they're told what to do and it's not like it's a dictatorship. Like, it's a mentorship. Like, you're mentoring them, but you're giving them the freedom to learn and the safety net so that if they do fall, you catch them really quickly and you can help them get right back up. Because
Right.
especially the first few years on your own, oh my gosh. I mean, there's no certainty that there's guaranteed pay. And in this model, right, isn't there some sort of a baseline?
Well, yeah, when you do it on your own, you're on your own. There's no one there to help.
Right.
So yeah, the average dentist in these DSO programs make about $125,000 a year. That's going to differ anywhere, but basically we guarantee, as the mentor doc of the partnership, is we guarantee you that you're going to make the first $125,000 profit out of that business. We're your safety net. After that, but we split the profits, and the profits are based. There's a business split up. There's a production split up. You get paid on what you produce, like as an associate, and then the partners, the profits get split up along the way. But yeah, the safety net is you have a built-in business coach partner. You're going to make your base salary first before anyone else does, and that safety net is at what the national average is of $125,000 a year. And where else can you start your own business in with that type of support and guarantee?
It's a no-brainer. And the irony is, it's like, in some ways this is new, but in some ways it's actually really old, because it seems like it's rooted in the way the family practice used to be. You just learn from your mom or dad, and they're mentoring you until you're ready to kind of step out on your own.
Right.
But now, since the family practice isn't really getting handed down from father to son anymore, it's like across every industry. Tiger Woods at his prime, he was constantly still he had like a coach that was teaching him. Like, Tom Brady still has an arm coach that teaches him mechanics. And it's like, these are the people at the top of their game, and they still have someone that teaches them, that instructs them. Why? Because they want to go further. Now, when someone joins up with you, I mean, Dr. K, you're like the consummate dentist. I mean, not only do you care about your patients and you're excellent clinically, I mean, you're just a joy to work with. I mean, your team constantly goes off about how just amazing you are and the culture you create. So for someone that's coming out to be able to have your, I don't know how many years of experience?
Just over 20 years.
Like that is priceless. That is just absolutely priceless. I mean, it's a win-win.
And when we have a good time at work too. I love working with my team. There's too many places, too many offices I can go in where the people just aren't enjoying each other. There's wars between the front and back. There's the associates don't get along with the staff. There's no camaraderie. I mean, I'm on my third practice we built right now. I've started a practice from scratch. Started 2 acquisitions we took over and rehabbed. We're going to start another one from scratch. But in all those cases, like I love going to work with my team. I don't fear going there, and I'm not uncomfortable being there. I have a good time working with them. And patients love that. Patients know that. They feel that. They know whether it's a cohesive team or not a cohesive team. And, that leads to another hurdle with when you're ready to branch out in your own practice. I think, you're saddled with a lot of school debt, tuition, and then you think about, you look at all these dental magazines, look at dental economics and all these other magazines, you see these beautiful offices. And, you don't, it's kind of like a starter home. You're not going to buy the Taj Mahal starter home. You're going to buy a home and you're going to grow into it. You're going to remodel it. I did the startup practice 20 years ago. And then I acquired recently over the last 2 years, two acquisitions from doctors that when they were both 80 something years old, both they were doing about $50,000 a month, which is, pretty good at 80. You're still kicking. The schedule is really slow to me. And you need to take your expectations and go, do I want to spend $650,000 on the Taj Mahal startup, or do I want to do a rehab? Do I want to take grandpa's practice that has cash flow, $50,000 a month of cash flow day one, ramp that up and remodel it over time? So we just took a practice that literally looked like grandma's house, and over an 18-month period, new computers, new paint, new decor, over time, but had the cash flow to do it and not have to go out and borrow more and more money.
Right. You want to find a practice that, I don't want to say is underachieving, but where there's potential. If there's already a practice that's mature and built out and maxed out, it's going to cost a ton, and you probably won't even be able to get the financing for that. But yeah, there's a lot of practices that are undervalued, and there's, like you're saying, if it's an 80-year-old, he's probably not a high producer. So you just come in with your youth, man, it's just an opportunity to crush it. And then with, again, this mentorship with someone like you, you're just setting them up for success. And now more than ever, I can't say there's never been a time when it's more important. There you are, and you're competing with the DSO down the street. And because they have Fortune 500 level executives running that company, they have access because they have like multi-million dollar ad budgets. They have access to agencies that can spin up unbelievable like marketing campaigns. And it's like, how are you going to compete with that? Well, as a new doc, you don't have much of a chance. But when a young doc comes alongside someone like you, they get to learn how you approach dentistry. They get to learn your systems and your processes. And man, if there's one thing that was amazing about McDonald's and why it grew so fast, it wasn't because the food was great. The equity in McDonald's was all about their systems. And it's the same exact thing for the DSOs. Is it the fact that dentist and the dentists there are producing quality care that patients love to come back and expect? No, they don't know who they're going to get. And the churn does not make it great for a patient experience.
Right.
But they have great systems. So with this mentorship model, you get the best of both. You get the systems and you get the heart. I don't know. It's just like, I'm so excited for someone. It's like, if anyone is on the edge, I would say just reach out to Dr. K. Yeah, I mean, he'd love to talk to you about how you can, how you can do this with him.
It's customer service and consistency. And, when we um, find these acquisitions to take over versus starting over again, you're not competing with all the marketing messages of everyone else there, because you have a built-in patient list, you have built-in cash flow, and that patient list, I mean, these doctors that are retiring at whatever age, that patient list is dedicated to that dentist, and they're going to give you first crack at you being their new dentist before they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the marketing costs are lower as well.
Yeah. I mean, again, this model, it's a win-win-win. And I know there's some people out there doing it, but that's the thing. It's like, you got to find someone that's a good fit for you. Dr. Allison House and I were doing that here in the Phoenix area. Walter, you're doing it in,
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut, and outside of New York City in Fairfield County, Connecticut, and also in New York. I'm licensed in New York and Connecticut, but we also have a group of doctors, a study club around the country. So we have other opportunities in other parts of the country. I can help you get in touch with those doctors in our organization all over the country. So if you're not in Phoenix, if you're not in Arizona, if you're not in Connecticut or New York, still reach out to us, because we can put you in touch with other docs who are in our study club that do have opportunities elsewhere.
because ultimately it's about you getting to practice dentistry, and you getting to practice dentistry in a way that's going to be fulfilling and where you can find success and, have a profitable practice. And the shortest way to do that is this mentorship model. So if that's you and you're really excited because you're wanting to maybe, stop working at the DSO that you're at, or stop the associateship and actually step into something where you're a co-owner, this is the opportunity for you.
Yeah, dentistry can be so much more rewarding when you're the owner and you can do it your way. And even better when you can have someone help you get over that edge and into ownership. This is a great opportunity.